Well, housing construction used to be 20% of our economy, and hopefully someday it will be again. It is very important. Congress needs to ensure that the homeownership opportunities are protected, and that whatever we do in the tax code or in reforming the financial system for mortgages, that we do so careful to preserve home ownership as much as possible. The more home ownership we have in the country, the more wealthy the country is and the better off the country will be. Certainly we have to avoid having another situation like we had in the last housing bubble, where we had too many people who couldn't afford their mortgages. And there are various efforts underway. I took part in establishing the Inland Empire Economic Recovery Corporation, which, had the financial institutions really cooperated with, would have been more of a solution than it has been. It has been beneficial, but now the county is stepping away from it, and it's a private entity. There are things that we're exploring with regard to helping people stay in their homes. We've used Sandbag as our council of governments to help educate people on staying in their homes, renegotiating perhaps their mortgages, and there are other things that we're working on that I can't talk about yet, but we need to do all we can, because until we have a housing recovery, we're not going to have a real economic recovery here in this county. Well, the linchpin for jobs in the high desert in particular, especially in this era of sustainable communities planning. Yesterday, the Southern California Association of Governments passed the Regional Transportation Plan for Southern California, which was tied to a new concept called the Sustainable Communities Strategy. And this was prompted by SB 375, which was a global warming related bill that came out of the legislature. And basically it encourages transit-friendly, compact development in urban areas and less so-called sprawl. Now, that's been a pattern of development that this county has relied on for some time. The high desert is really the frontier of growth, and in fact it's really our urban growth boundary, for lack of a better term, because of the public lands out there. But the area between Palmdale and the Antelope Valley and the Victor Valley is the future growth area. And the project that I've initiated the Joint Powers Authority on is the High Desert Corridor. And the High Desert Corridor is the way to bring rail service, whether it be commuter rail or tie into some kind of future high-speed rail. I don't know if we're ever going to see high-speed rail, but certainly we can bring commuter rail through the Antelope Valley to the Victor Valley, because you can't really take it up through the Cajon Pass because it's too steep, and the tracks are too crowded with freight. So it is an opportunity for us to let the state and federal governments put their money where their mouth is, and help us with regulatory relief and incentives to have the private industry come to the table and help us and give us tools like design build, so that we can build cheaper and faster, build this facility, plan it right, have the transit centers and the jobs planned near the transit and the highway. And that will allow us to build the high desert in such a way that we can support more than 50,000 jobs, high-paying jobs. And I'm talking jobs that are in aerospace and military-related industries, and in research and development, high-tech, and logistics. There is almost unlimited potential in between the Victor Valley and the Antelope Valley, and I believe the High Desert Corridor is the opportunity to make it happen the right way.